back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover something that is not Transformers or anything like that, but it is 80s, so let's go on with it. I'm talking about Peter Venkman, you know, that Ghostbusters guy that everybody kind of laughed at. That's him. Let's take a quick look at the packaging he came in. He actually has pretty good packaging. Hello, you can see me. Huh? Hey. Decent packaging. The packaging is very well made. Has his name right here with this nice gradient going on, along with the nice cautionary stuff here and the bit of a burning here. Obviously, it's got the nice Ghostbusters font going across there. And the Ghostbusters logo. Once you notice, the little flap thing here is not actually down or up here. This is actually kind of pushed down, so I'm not going to mess with it because I happen to like these boxes, but these are kind of optional. You can have them popped up or down. The packaging itself is actually very well made, so that way if you are a mint and box collector, you can buy these and your figure will not be damaged because these bubbles actually set up quite high compared to the figure. The figure actually is recessed in the packaging pretty well, so it's very well done. Also has the Ghostbusters emblem right here, and it's got its Mattel thing going on here because Mattel made these toys. Yes, Mattel did. Mattel didn't just make Barbie; they made Ghostbusters too, and Hot Wheels. But you guys knew that, I hope. If you didn't, better do some research. Yeah. You got your Ghostbusters 1 through 4, all 4 of them, and then the nice big Ghostbusters emblem. Each Ghostbuster comes with a piece of it. This one here, I will show you what piece it came with here in a little bit. Let's take a quick look at Peter Venkman. This is a very good sculpting of Bill Murray's likeness. I really like this sculpt. I don't see any issues whatsoever, paintwork or anything on this figure. Every one of these figures has been this way. It's got the nice tampering right there, the Ghostbusters emblem, and also his name tag. Very decent detail all the way throughout the entire toy. Lots of decent sculpting. And it's also got, you know, decent articulation. Now, in order to get in a little more of the articulation, I'm going to remove the gun. Now, to pull the gun out of his hand, I primarily push this all the way up to pull the cable, also known cable or hose, whichever one you want to call it. And then you're going to kind of want to push slightly on both ends here to kind of pop it out of the hand, so that way it separates from the forefinger and the thumb. You know, take this little flexible hose. It's fairly flexible. It's not something that you're going to like want to like wrap around in circles because you may end up snapping it in half, but it's actually a pretty durable hose. And then it plugs onto the back of the backpack with this little post and that little hole, just like so. And then you're able to pose Venkman without the gun in his hands. He's got pretty good articulation. The articulation, you know, his elbows and arms can only really go about that far. On account of the sculpting, the elbow pad kind of keeps the arm from completely straightening out. It does have a, you know, he's got an elbow swivel, and he's also got a wrist swivel. And something I ran across whenever I was messing with him, and I don't know why I didn't point this out on the other ones, this guy actually does have a bit of a wrist curl that goes on, which is kind of nice. That kind of helps with posing the gun and such in his hands, which is kind of a thing I wondered if they were actually debated, since this thing actually has all that kind of posability, where they were going to give him, you know, extra hands or something. I don't know if that might have been something they was going to do in the future, you know, kind of like the figure arts and Hot Toys and such do. It's got a nice waist swivel, which this waist, if you are going to swivel the waist, be mindful of the translucent hose here, connects to the back of the belt, because sometimes it'll bump into the backpack. But it will swivel pretty good. Also has a decent knee joint, and the feet here are a bit more hampered compared to the rest of the Ghostbusters because he doesn't blouse his pants. So he's got these pants that are kind of going over it. It's just something you're just going to have to kind of deal with. He does not really have much of a rocker here. He does have somewhat of one, but it's not too dynamic. It does help when you're putting him down, though. I mean, he does stand pretty well without anything crazy. He does have the whole, can do the splits thing as well, just like the rest of them. And the head articulation, it's about like the rest of them. These don't really have a lot of articulation in the head, like going up and down, but you can swivel side to side pretty good. So you can actually get some pretty decent posing out of these guys. They're really cool. I do like these. Taking a look at the detail of the backpack's actually got some pretty nice riving, you know, going on here. This type of computer ribbon is really difficult to try to decorate. It just blows my mind how much details in there. It's also got the nice proton pack portion right here, where it's got all the little red things picked out where all the little lights would have been. Just a lot of detail actually picked out on just the backpack itself. I was really surprised to see the level of detail on these things when I popped them out of the package. They're very cool. I do like them. I mean, these things are really well built. When it comes to accessories, the accessories are all on it. It doesn't have any extra accessories. The little hoses here that come off the back, including the translucent one here, they're fairly flexible. I wouldn't go yanking on them or anything, but they are very flexible and very durable. And it does add a different level of detail in the fact that, you know, you don't have these things here popping off and falling off. I'm glad these were actually kind of, you know, glued and molded and put into the actual figure instead of, I know, a bunch of extra parts you'd have to put on and then you can eventually lose. These are very cool. And they also have little bitty holes here in their feet for a stand, which I'm not absolutely sure what size stand these would fit. So if any of you guys know, please comment down below. I'd appreciate that. But there's Peter Bateman, and he is pretty cool. I do like the posability and the design. Now, he does come with a piece of that ghost emblem, and that is the no sign. The do not do sign. I don't know what you guys want to call it. It's the circle with the cross through thing. You know, that thing? So yeah, this thing. This will eventually go together with the ghost. But you guys are going to have to stay tuned because I have more coming at you about this thing in a short while. Anyhow, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another awesome review of Ghostbusters stuff. And I'll catch you guys around because I have more, plenty more coming your way. See you around. Bye.